Raila Odinga's gone. The man who viewed himself as Joshua leading Kenya to Canaan has taken his final bow. He was the bridge between his father's liberation dream, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga's courage to defy the pharaohs of post-colonial power, and a new generation yearning for justice and equality. In this moment of silence, Kenya's political landscape trembles, because in the absence of Joshua, the question is no longer who leads us to Canaan, but who dares to carry the covenant forward. And at the center of that question stands one restless figure, Babu Owino. At the time of Raila's passing, the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, was no longer in open opposition. It was part of President William Ruto's broad-based government, a delicate political truce sealed on a 10-point agenda: cost of living relief, inclusivity, electoral reform, audit of national debt, respect for the rule of law, and a stop to abductions, protection and strengthening of devolution, fighting corruption, and economic investment in youth, among others. Raila had made it clear the partnership would stand only if Ruto delivered, but Babu Owino opposed it from day one. He saw it as a betrayal of Kenya's Gen Z generation, who had filled the streets in defiance of state violence and economic despair. For Babu, Ruto was still the symbol of the system the youth despised. Yet in politics, moral clarity rarely wins on its own. Now, Babu must decide which of three roads to Canaan he will take. Before we dive deeper, let us know in the comments where you're watching us from. The county in Kenya, or the country if you're abroad. And if this is a topic you'd like to see more videos on, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Kenya 2027 Watch in order not to miss more videos like this. The first road for Babu is the road of loyalty, staying in ODM, calming his rebellion, and honoring Raila Odinga's legacy by defending the party's unity. In this scenario, Babu would present himself not as a radical, but as the heir to Raila's covenant. He would temper his public criticism of Ruto's government, while positioning himself as the bridge between Raila's old guard and Kenya's restless youth. ODM is not a party of individuals, it is a movement. His reward? ODM's full backing for his Nairobi gubernatorial bid. A chance to lead Kenya's capital as the youthful custodian of the liberation flame. But the risk is real. By embracing the government ODM joined, he could alienate the very youth who made him relevant, the Gen Zs who chant his name on TikTok but despise the establishment. Loyalty may preserve ODM's machinery, but it could also chain him to its compromises. The second road for Babu is the road of rebellion, the path Raila himself once walked, to break free from ODM and form a new political vehicle, one that speaks the raw language of Kenya's digital generation. But to truly honor Raila's courage, Babu cannot just talk about rebellion. He must do what only Raila ever did, resign from parliament and seek re-election on his new party's ticket. In 1994, Raila Odinga walked out of parliament, resigned from Ford Kenya, and sought a fresh mandate under the National Development Party. It was the boldest act of defiance in Kenyan political history, a move that redefined loyalty, risk, and self-belief. If Babu walks that same path, he would not just be forming a party, he would be testing his own legitimacy at the ballot box. Strategically, this rebellion could position Babu as the voice of Gen Z and the face of generational renewal. But politically, the math is cruel. To win the Nairobi gubernatorial race in 2027, Babu must navigate Nairobi's ethnic geometry. Kikuyus aligned with Gachagua, Kambas aligned with Kalonzo, and Luo loyalists torn between memory and modernity. He can only count on the Kamba vote if Gachagua runs for president, freeing Kalonzo's supporters to back him for governor in a reciprocal arrangement. But if Gachagua supports Kalonzo, the Kambas will owe the Kikuyus a return favor. A Kikuyu candidate for governor, not Babu. So in this rebellion, every handshake, and every rupture matters. The courage that made Raila legendary could make or break Babu's career. The third road for Babu is the most audacious, the road of destiny. To drop the Nairobi dream altogether and run for president. It would be the boldest generational leap in Kenya's modern history. A 36-year-old parliamentarian turning national lightning rod for reform. In this path, Babu would once again follow Raila's script, not through imitation, but through audacity. Because if he leaves ODM, he must again resign from parliament, just as Raila did, to seek a renewed mandate on his own terms. That act alone would shatter Kenya's political predictability. It would signal that for Babu, power is not inherited, it is earned anew. He doesn't need to win outright. Even a strong third-place finish could force a presidential runoff, giving him the power to negotiate entry into government on his own terms. That is exactly how Raila turned defeat into leverage, from opposition leader to kingmaker. It is how coalitions are born, and how CANAAN, politically speaking, is entered not by conquest, but by covenant. 3 roads, 1 covenant. Just as Israel faced choices after Joshua, to retreat, to splinter, or to march on united, Babu Owino now faces his own test of courage. Raila Odinga once said he was Joshua leading Kenya to Canaan, but perhaps Canaan was never a physical land. Perhaps it was an idea, a political consciousness born from sacrifice and struggle. The question now is simple and yet eternal. Who will dare carry that covenant forward? This is Kenya 2027 Watch. Let us know in the comments what you think about Babu Owino'S political options. If you found value in this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Kenya 2027 Watch in order not to miss any of our very insightful political analyses on Kenya. We're here on a serious mission to separate the facts from the propaganda.